Welcome back. How's everybody doing? So, I knew I'd forget something. Uh, my Slayer gem, but that's okay. I'll just go until we're no longer receiving Slayer XP. But so, I did a little episode, and I'm not sure what to do with it or how to. I might release it. I might not. Turn this stuff down a bit so it's easier to talk. Ugh. So, we're here doing a Slayer task. Ooh, fire runes. And particularly this, thank you very much to Captain Araf here, who's protecting me from taking some serious poison damage. We need 59 magic in order to do Family Crest, which is the quest that I want to do. It's not the optimal quest, but the fact that I want to do a quest at all is good. So I'm kind of rolling with it, and for now, we are doing the task we were given. So we're we're initiating a new challenge requested by the RR man. I do. So this new challenge is don't skip any Slayer tasks. So we will no longer be skipping Slayer tasks. We will be dealing with the task at hand, whether we want to or not. So if I can just remember to drink my anti-poison. There's a thing on screen for it. What is this? Cave crawlers starts 42. Alright, maybe it actually knows how many I need to kill, even though I don't have the thingy on me. That's incredibly helpful. I didn't expect the game to be able to pull that out, but kind of seems like cheating coming from RuneScape 3. But I'll take it. So we got 20 left on this task, and then we'll grab another task. Because we need to get to 59 magic, and hopefully we will continue to get tasks that are doable with magic. But if not, we'll simply just switch to other style. It's just... technically, I don't even... It says it's boostable. Like, I don't know how I could boost that many magic levels. Maybe with a, like, super magic potion or something. And that's the only way I can actively think of how you'd boost that. I might as well take this if I have the inventory space. So it's cool that it tells you how long you have on the anti-poison. Almost feel like when fighting these, it's just worth re-upping. So I brought what I have left of my mind runes, and I got some chaos runes as well. And hopefully that will get us through a good amount of tasks. We'll see. So far we're doing a lot better. We were in pretty crappy armor last time. I got 40 defense, so this should be kind of on par with tier 40 defense now, and we're doing alright, it seems. I'm looking forward to hitting higher in the magic department, but I have to change out. I wanted to use up the runes I have before I switched over, just to not be wasteful. I could just sell them and trade them up, but, you know, why not use what I have? Let's see. So I'm going to try to recap what happened in that other episode that's probably not going to get released, because I didn't... I was mainly just talking about levels, and then didn't really go anywhere with it. I wanted to quest, but I was just feeling really tired, and I had some stuff I had to do, and I wanted to make sure I directed my energy at the correct things for my day. But here we are, I'm back, feeling a little bit better, and figured, why don't I recap that and maybe try to get the levels for this quest. There's probably better ways to get the levels for this quest, but this also furthers my Slayer goal. Like, there's probably quests I could do to get my magic level up, like Watchtower and whatnot. And just, I like the idea of getting some Slayer XP, so why not? Why not? So these things don't really hit too hard as long as they don't poison you, which is good. I put this task off for quite a while because I needed to save up some money to buy anti-poisons. And now here we are. I found a money-making method for low-level players in crafting and smithing. So I've been working on smithing and crafting, which I also needed for Family Crest. So we have those levels now. We needed 40 respectively for these two, and we're done. Well, more than done. I had trouble stopping smithing, just because the idea that you could make money smithing was just so foreign to me. At a low level, like I know rune, like you could always make money rune smithing, but it was really cool. And crafting generally costs money in my mind, so I was having a blast with that. But you know, I wanted to make sure we got some other content in as well, being Slayer and questing, which is what the video series I kind of want to focus on are those two things. So here we are, doing one of those two things. That doesn't mean I'll never do just skilling streams where I just chat. Sorry for bumping the mic there. Doesn't mean we'll never do that. They're just lower priority for me. Like if I'm looking to do something and not be recorded, I'll skill because it's less intensive. And technically Slayer is skilling, so I bend the rules with that just because Slayer it's new to me. I skipped over most of Slayer and like had a very specific list of monsters that I would fight. And I'm trying to not do that this time around and be more open-minded about the tasks that I receive. And yeah, that's just it's just me trying to diversify myself as a player. You know, I'm a heavy skiller. I enjoy skilling activities for the most part. I don't like activities that direct my attention places, so questing and Slayer can be difficult for me because they tell you to do a specific thing. So it's good for me to get out of my comfort zone and challenge myself. And the videos are kind of motivation, you know? The videos create a motivation to do the things that I normally would struggle to do just by myself. I can kind of pretend like, oh, look, but you're doing it for you know, to make a video, you know? So then it adds this layer of creativity to it. And it kind of forces me to do something I don't want to do. So cool. I like that. I like that. The joys of content creation. I'm used to when you consume a potion, the vial getting destroyed. I wonder if that's a setting you can change here. So depending on what the next task is, I may need a break, I may not. If it's going to cause me to need to look up the wiki or something, I'll have to take a break, and if that's the case, we'll switch activities and do a quest. And if not, we'll keep rolling with this. So I was given an idea, which is not a bad idea at all, or I wouldn't be talking about it. The idea that we could get in on the early, like on the first day, basically, of Brighter Shores with a podcast and talk about, you know, what it's like starting out in that universe. And I think that could be really fun, considering we haven't had an opportunity to be noobs in a Gower game since 2001 or 2013, sort of, if you want to count RuneScape old school. I mean, technically it was made by the Gowers. I think in 2007 Andrew Gower was still there. So, you know, I guess you could consider it a Gower game still. But I'm very excited for Brighter Shores. The name almost implies like, all right, we're finally here. You don't have to put up with all the microtransactions and corporate crap that is Jagex. Come on over to Brighter Shores. And I think that is maybe apt for where RuneScape 3 has been taken over the years, monetarily speaking. Oh, that was the last one. Yeah. So I'm excited to see where Brighter Shores goes, what the monetization is like, all that fun stuff. Will it remain indie? How long will it remain indie? You know, all that fun stuff. Alright, task complete. And perfect. Poison resistance also offline. So now, we gotta go get another task. I've been using the task master in Canifis. I don't know why I'm leaving here like I can walk. I have to basically teleport. The question is, where do I want to teleport to? I mean, I'm going to probably home teleport and walk to Canifis. I don't have a better way to get to Canifis yet. Questing. Gotta do Ghosts Ahoy. I'm sure I have the levels for it. That's a pretty beginner quest. Alright. So we'll just kind of walk up the side of everything here. And eventually we'll make it to Canifis. We'll see what our next Slayer task is, and depending on what that task is, we'll determine what our direction is for the rest of the video. Kind of want to bang out a quest, but I'm on a roll. I want to also get 59 magic is not something that's going to be easily obtainable from like a video. Like, that's going to take me hours to get. But we can do some tasks and then mix it up. Either way, because I don't want to go overboard on just Slayer. But if I do Slayer, I'm trying to think how I can categorize the video. If I split it between Slayer and questing, then you kind of got two different things going on in the same video. Maybe that can be alleviated with chapters, which I still haven't figured out how chapters work. I gotta look that up. I just know some people want questing and some people want a more relaxed, just kind of chat and chill experience, and the two may not overlap. So I could split the video, but that's a lot more uploading and whatnot, which isn't like, it's not necessarily a bad thing. I want videos to be at least 20 minutes long. So I have to like be careful of that. If there's a better way without the ecto file, like if there's a teleport tab that gets you here, feel free to let me know. Or a piece of jewelry, something that's not quest locked. I'd be curious to know, so I'm not walking back and forth. I will switch to the Edgeville Dungeon Slayer Master soon, but they assigned me a task that I just got wrecked on, and I wanted to kind of step it back a bit because I didn't want to get burned out. Just noticed the art on this window is like the river salve almost. I think that's cool. It's probably what it's supposed to be. We're almost there. I mean, I enjoy the travel in a game, but when I have to fill the entire travel time with like active talking, it can really kind of make you realize how long it is between events. So I'm doing my best, but I do look forward to unlocking a few more aids in getting around. What do you think about my slip bark armor, though, huh? That was pretty fancy. I haven't... Even back in the day, I think I used a mystic armor. But when I looked at them, like, stat for stat, this appeared to be better. So I got it. Over mystic armor. And we'll probably rock with it for a little while. Probably until, I don't know, 60 or something? 60 defense? What happens? What's the next armor up? Infinity robes, I don't think are an upgrade. They might be an upgrade. I think they're like power armor style. Like they might have more magic attack, but less defense. Swamp bark armor sounds like the upgrade that I'm looking for. And blood bark armor sounds even cooler. So there's some stuff, and we'll look into that as we get higher. I'm only level 40, so the goal is basically 60. 59 for the quest, but I'd like to be 60. Let's see here. What's our next task? 54 ghosts. Okay, I've done that one before, that's for sure. You need a saw and hammer in order... Okay, that's okay. Ghosts. Is there a better place to train on ghosts than Varrock? Sewers? Because that's where I've been going, and I'm trying to think, like, is there... I mean, we're in the literal, like, undead land. You'd think there'd be ghosts here. But, like, there's ghouls. I don't think the Slayer Tower has ghosts. I could be wrong. I don't want to waste y'all's time looking for ghosts when I kind of know where there are ghosts. I guess I'll just teleport back to Varrock. In fact, I should have everything on me except for a law rune. Dun, 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 dun. Give me a law rune. Thank you very much. Okay, law rune to Varrock. And we'll just, we'll go right into the sewers where we belong. Gosh, I got sunburnt. Ugh. We put up that fence the other day, and we've been working outside, getting everything ready for the baby goats. And oh man, I don't think I've ever been sunburnt in my life. I don't generally burn, but I guess, what do I know? Because here I am, red and itchy. So there should be a little ghost room over here. And 54 ghosts should go relatively quickly compared to the other monsters we were fighting, just if I remember correctly. They're not very high level. So we should be able to damage them pretty easily. And there's 41 magic. Wind Blast. That's a death spell. We are just approaching Chaos Runes and still a little far off. But we will. We will be using Chaos Runes eventually. And not too far from now. Who did this to these poor ghosts? Get back here. And basically, that's... I don't know. That's what we'll do until the ghosts are defeated. Oh, riveting. I know. I know. But beyond getting my Slayer and magic up, that's the current goal. Once I get my magic up, I'll probably head back on another quest binge, but I want to get my magic to 59, which is honestly the best thing I can do is slay, unless I hit a monster that is resistant to magic, like hits really hard melee or something. I don't know. I haven't found a monster that's been... Only monster I found that's been a trouble has been anti-melee. So, should be alright. That should put him back in his room where he will happily spawn. And we'll just wreck these ghosts. Which, if I had to guess, this task will probably take like maybe 10 minutes. And then from there, I will probably just grind out magic. I'm wondering if I'll actually walk back, or if I'll try to take another task from whatchamacallit. Both are a possibility. And it's really just because, I don't know, I've been getting a lot of go kill ghosts, go kill zombies, go kill, like, very basic mobs. And while that maybe not be, like, the worst thing in the world, I do want to fight something that will give a little bit more Slayer XP. Because I'm known for when I do Slayer, I tend to shy towards the easier ones. You know, I try to pick the ones that aren't going to be as tough for me. And that's kind of silly. So, let's recap my skills real quick before I end this video. And then I will probably AFK. Man, I really got to stream. I can't. I want to. I got to get it set up because I would love to just AFK, listen to like an audiobook or a YouTube video, and then when someone's there to chat with, you know, you switch to chatter mode, and then when there's no one around, you just, you know, that's just kind of boring when there will never be anyone around, you know, like when it's just a video. So I do look forward to streaming. It's just I really got to get my ass out there and get that fiber line done. So that's where that's at, but I could literally have it done in a couple of days if I just applied myself. It's a lot of work. But it's been nice outside, so I'm just gonna redirect. Anyway, we've been plowing through smithing, we've been plowing through crafting. That's where we were at, pretty much offline, getting those levels for Family Crest, and just because I've found ways to make money with them, and I like making money. Slayer's fun, but right now at the low level, it's been costing me money because of rune and ammunition. Which I guess runes are also ammunition. So just ammunition in general has been costing me money to train these skills. Because I was getting Slayer tasks that couldn't be done with melee. So, you know, can't have it both ways. Got to train these other two combat styles if I want to do Slayer. And especially if I want to do Slayer no-skip challenge. That's you know, what I'm going to call this series now. If I'm doing a Slayer video, it's the Slayer no-skip challenge. But no skip challenge doesn't really imply much of a challenge if I'm fighting ghosts and zombies. Cave crawlers has, I think, been the toughest mob I've successfully defeated so far. So we'll step that up and probably use Vanaka next task. Just because there's a more likelihood of... I mean, I fought fire giants. Those were scary for my level, but I made it through. They weren't too bad. Eventually, what happens is they become non-aggressive, and once that's the case, you can kind of take it easy and take your time with them. And while it may take a little bit more time, you're not worrying about them stomping you while you're AFK. So eventually that task just becomes AFK, but until then, the non-aggression timer actually works out in my favor for tougher mobs. But yeah, We are not training defense, as you can see here, with our magic. And I may have to change that eventually because my defense level is going to fall behind if I am training ranged and maged and not melee. And then if I only train melee to train defense, that's also an issue. I mean, we do have a rune spear, so I believe that can do controlled combat training. So maybe I just start doing controlled for everything as far as always have defense on. For range and mage, I've just been trying to reach my goals of getting those quest level requirements. So, I don't know. Maybe once I'm 50 magic, I will also incorporate some defense. Just because otherwise I'm not going to be able to upgrade my armor. Or I'll have to go for a non-tank armor. Which is not the end of the world either. I can't imagine Swamp Bark. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Swamp Bark's more popular than I know, but I think more people probably use the power versions than the defensive versions. But who knows? This game is different than RuneScape 3 and therefore could have a completely different meta than I'm unaware of. I'm barely aware of the one in RuneScape 3. So yeah, that's where we're at. We are approaching 700 skill total. Only like 21 levels away from that, so that's pretty cool. Looking forward to being 1,000 skill total again. Once we're 1,000 skill total, I'll be about back to where I was on my other account. Save, I don't know. I can't honestly remember where I was, but it was an Iron Man account, so levels went a lot slower. This time around, I opted to go for a non-Iron account since this is kind of my main account now. And while I like a challenge, I don't want my main account to be an Iron. I'll make a secondary account if I want to do an Iron. Right now I'm learning. There's so much in the game that I just don't know about. So this is my opportunity to kind of re-experience a ton of old content as well as experience the new content that I haven't seen before at all levels. I'm looking forward to unlocking Kurin and all that nonsense. I've never really done anything on there except for use the woodcutting guild and maybe the farming guild. I don't really remember. But farming, one of my favorite skills, so I'm looking forward to unlocking that. And I gotta say, one of the absolute best things about this version of the game, no dungeoneering. And hopefully it stays that way. I don't even know if this version has summoning. I don't see summoning. So that's kind of cool too. I was never really a massive fan of summoning. Didn't really use it for too much. I mean, there could be some definite benefit to summoning in like infinite run scrolls and stuff like that, but hey, I'm totally for not having that. I think, 29 Slayer. I think having the run system be impactful is a good thing overall, even if it impedes me. I think it makes sense for PvP and stuff like that. So I'm not complaining. It makes agility just more important. All that fun stuff. At least what I consider to be core staples of a game that isn't just super easy. And this game definitely goes both ways. It's both easy and difficult depending on what you want to do, and you know, I respect that. But yeah, how are we doing on runes? Yeah, it's gonna take us a while to burn through these mind runes yet. So I don't think we're gonna pick up on those chaos runes for a little while, which is probably fine considering I'm taking easy tasks. But yeah, simple as pie. So that's basically where I'm at. I'm gonna do this task and work on my magic for a little while, and eventually we will be doing Family Crest, followed by back to the optimal quest order. I just want to be able to get those gauntlets so I can I can cook my food and not have to worry about burning all of it, or a large portion of it. That will be helpful for obvious reasons. We'll have to fish as much food. We'll be able to focus on combat. So yeah. Thank you for listening to this wonderful episode where I just rambled about nonsense and killed some monsters. If there's a challenge you want to add to this run that you think would be interesting, feel free to leave a comment. If you have a question or want to impact the direction we take, yeah, let me know. Until next time.